guys, just a couple quick tips today. For those of you who are working on Bakasana, which is one-legged crow. I saw a couple people struggling with this on Instagram lately, so I wanted to just give a couple tips that had really helped me in this pose. There are a couple things you can do to make this much, much easier on yourself. So there are a few ways to do regular crow pose, and with Bakasana, there's one way that of doing it that's going to make it much easier. So when you do normal crow, there are a few places you can put your knees. So you can put your knees up here way high in your armpits, like as if you're getting ready to do crane, like straight arms. You can bend your elbows and put them outside of your triceps, like the way people often do when they start, or the way like you see little kids do it in times, and they're hugging in really tight with the knees outside of the triceps. Or you can have the knees low on this flat part, like when you bend your arm there, you create this flat part here on the back of the tricep, and that's where you want to do it if you're doing it for Bakasana, at least when you start. So you place your hands like your chaturanga on the arms, elbows pointed back, fingers strong forward, and then your knee is going to come to that flat low part, so not high, not outside of the arms, but in this low flat part. So when you bend your elbow, notice the difference between elbow bent and elbow straight. There gets this flat part right here, kind of close to the elbow, here in the lower part of the tricep, and that's where the knee is going to go. So when you come into crow pose, that's where the knee is going to go. The other important part that's going to help make this pose a little bit easier is the angle at which the knee hits the tricep. So when you come into it, you want to bend the knee a lot. So think of bringing in that heel as close to the glute as possible. So really point that toe up towards the ceiling. So bend the elbows back, bring the knee close to the elbow. Really, really point those toes up towards the ceiling. Really keep that foot active. So if you go the foot relaxed, toes towards the ground, that makes your knee sharper. So think about the knee here at this angle. You have a really sharp point in your knee. As soon as you start to bend the knee, and you can even feel this with your hand, your knee gets a lot flatter. So there's this flat part on your knee, and that really matches well with this flat part that you've created on the back of your arm. And that's what we want to get into with arm balance. And then you have a nice little shelf that you've created for your knee to balance on. And then when you look forward, broaden your shoulders, and then you can really use that to press into, engage the abdomen, and lift the other leg off. So that's what we're going to do. So bend that knee, create that nice flat part on the back on your knee, bend the arm, place the knee into that flat part on the lower tricep, and then extend the other leg out. Okay? Sound good? All right. Hope this helps. Let me know.